Hello again, everyone. This is Randy, your sewing machine man, and what we're looking at is the monster, the beast, the cast iron Sears Kenmore 158 16510. This is the monster. This is the machine that absolutely is the most heavy-duty machine you're going to experience in a household machine. This is an awesome machine. Like I said, cast iron, chrome-plated steel, made to the nth degree in Japan, made the nth degree of precision. It's a 15 class setup, which of course means it has a 15 class bobbin and 15 class bobbin case. And it's just a real workhorse of a machine. And even if you get a new fancy schmancy one with all the doodads and electronic flashing lights and it says, "Hello, Susie," when you turn it on, this is the one you want to have when you want to do some serious sewing and not tear your other one up that's made out of space age materials and electronics. This guy right here, I took the cover off the gearbox underneath, and the gearbox had real good grease in it, gear grease, and had a real nice seal, and it was all just real good shape. I mixed it up a little bit, spread it around, and it's doing a real good job. This little guy right here is just a workhorse. Let me tighten down the clutch here and see if it wants to go. Sometimes it does when I tighten the clutch. Very smooth, very powerful, doing a zigzag there. And what makes it great is that if you get one of these, you can get the box with all the different green cams that go up here in the top. You want to make sure you have the one that has the number 1 on it, number 1 cam. That's the one for doing your zigzag. Otherwise, you have a very nice heavy-duty straight stitch only. So make sure you have that cam that does the zigzag. You want to make sure you have that. What this thing has, of course, is a drop feed, and the drop feed, I had to work on it like crazy to get it to cooperate because it was sitting for a long time. Like I get these machines, or people are finding them and getting them back in operation. Had to get it operating so it'd go up and down the feeders. Now it works, so it'll feed the fabric. And of course, your patch and darner is up here. Takes the pressure off. Push it all the way down for real heavy. Release it about halfway for normal sewing. Your tension assembly sticks out the front like a real sewing machine does, surrounded by chrome-plated steel. Put the tension on 4 on all these machines. Leave it there. Don't change it. If you have a bad stitch, look for something else. It's not going to be this. And whatever you do, don't take this apart. You can get replacements for these when you take it apart and can't get it back together. There's one screw that holds it in place. But don't take this apart. You're not going to get it back together, and whatever you were after trying to fix, it's not in here. Put it on 4, 3 to 5 is the range. Put it on 4, you're done. Don't worry about it. So, if you want to do a straight stitch on this, course, no width is 0. 0 width, none. Length over here, put it about 2, 2.5. That's 10 stitches per inch. That'll get you a nice straight stitch. Forward and back. And it's high speed. Let's give it some gas. Yeah, she'll fly. When I stitch out a machine like this, high speed, like a house fire, and it doesn't break the thread, everything's polished. I put all the chrome parts on a jeweler's wheel, polish them up real pretty. Everything is just factory spec. And you can get that on these if you have a clue. Find somebody, if you're going to get one of these used, jump on it. If you can get one of these for whatever it is, because once they're gone, they're gone. So if you can find one of these, this one came, customer had it in a cabinet, and he knew how to take it out of the cabinet, bring it to me, which is good. And he thought it had a short in the foot control. It actually had a short in the wiring. The wiring, as you can see on here, oh, right there, kaboom, bare wires, pow. It was sputtering and it went to kapow. So we put new wiring on it. I saved the old foot control, because the old foot control, it's one of the good ones, made out of Bakelite, and it's got the little pincher on the inside there that collapses down the carbon wafers. Motor's got an oiling port on each end in the back. It's got a fractional horsepower motor, and it has a little plaque on there that says oil, the red dots on each end every couple months, and of course, took care of that. Winding the bobbin on this is real straightforward, of course, because you have a 15 class system, and these are just real easy to operate. Once you get these things figured out, you've really got it going on. I'll scoot it up here a little bit. We'll wind the bobbin real quick. Let's see. Let's wind it, and we'll also thread it up. So we'll take this one off, unthread it completely, and because everybody's asking me, well, why didn't you show us how to thread it? You had it sitting right there. That's a good idea. So I have my thread stand over here, so I have my thread on a thread stand, so we use it. 15 class bobbin, quality one. Goes on here, goes on the post, all the way down. Disengage the hand wheel. Put this over, it spins. Make sure your little post and little axle's got a drop of oil on it. Of course, I always bring it from the front to the back, all the way around. Bring it around to the bobbin itself, bring it around 2 or 3 times, and always put the thread up through the hole. And I'm getting better at doing this on the camera, I think. Sometimes it cooperates. I don't have to worry about having my fingers cold and dry today because I'm working on machines, as you can see. They're nasty. So it's been one of those days. So you put the thread up through the top, so it's sticking out like so. And then you make sure your hand wheel's disconnected, and you wind it, and you hold it until it cuts that thread, and it will cut it right smooth and flush right there. It will cut it flush and smooth. And then I always hold this, and I give it a go and let it run. You can go halfway, 3/4 away. It'll kick off. When it's full, it'll kick off automatically. Quick chunk when it's full. I don't like to get it that full because it'll sometimes drag on the inside of the bobbin case, but you get the picture. It'll wind it all the way up and then kick off automatically. Then make sure it's not anything beyond the metal. Nothing sticking out. Nothing sticking out. Of course, you're going to put it in a 15 class bobbin case. You put it in turning clockwise. You'll see the slot. Pull it down to the slot, and up through and out the top, and that's how you load it. When you put it in, of course, you hold your latch, and once you have a hold of the latch, it won't fall out. Snap it in on the post down below like I showed you 6 times, and you're ready to go. So threading it up, let's thread it up. When you thread it, step 1, anybody know? Yes, in the front row, raise your hand. Oh yeah, raise the presser foot. Raise the presser foot. When you raise the presser foot, it opens up the tension disc. When it's down, it clamps them down. Always raise the presser foot up. So we have a thread guide in the back, thread guide in the front, and you have the little ear on the side, little ear right there. If you put it on that ear and guide it right between, you'll get between those discs. I always hold the thread, pull up till it clicks, and that little click. Then you have a chrome plated steel thread guide there, right to left through the take-up lever. And what a lot of times I like to do at that point is lower the foot and pull and feel that resistance like someone has a hold of it and won't let go. If you have it on 4, your tension is set. People call me and say, my machine needs the tension adjusted. Well, is it on 4? Yes. Well, there's something else going on, not the tension. So you got a thread guide, thread guide, thread guide. When you put the needles in these, the needle goes to the flat side of the back, the long groove. You can run your nail the entire length of it to the front, and you thread it through front to back. Hold both threads at the rear, turn the hand wheel towards you, never away from you, and away you go, and you'll sew like a house of fire. This thing will sew on silk, it'll sew on jersey, nylon, tricot, all the way up to light garment leather. It has a range of adaptability that is unmatched. This is the machine you want to have when you want to be sure that you have a machine that will take care of any sewing challenge you have, from silk all the way up to leather. You just need a leather needle, need a small needle. You'll make needle changes, maybe some thread changes, and that'll be about it. But this machine is the Kenmore 158-16510. It's the monster. Watch out for it. If you can find one, buy it. You'll thank me. Thanks.